What's going on, Blood fam? Welcome back to a Friday night Indiana Hoosier, let's just call it early season challenge, trying to get themselves ready to rock for the Big Ten play, which will start with their 2 December games coming up on the 9th with a battle at home against Minnesota. I'm going to preface today by saying that this season, I'm going to make it a very much a point to be, if I'm going to be critical towards the team that I love to watch and hang out with you guys over, I'm going to keep my criticisms to play and stuff like that. I don't think you're going to see me beating on coach as much um, as the years past. I'm finding it being a very degrading thing, and I just don't feel like that it's positive to do that. I feel like we don't know a lot of stuff that's going on with these universities and how these teams play out. So I'm gonna leave some of the utmost criticism and try to stay very positive. Look at the good points and focus on those, and just kind of make our games a little bit better and a little bit more fun to watch. And we'll work on the progression of the players. And you know what? There will be times where it's unavoidable to drop criticisms, but we're going to try to do it in a very low key manner where we don't get people riled up and stuff, because I just feel like I would rather be positive as opposed to negative, and let's have some fun and see if we can get this team, if they can get themselves to a higher level this year. First things first, last game out, they were a little better. But the one thing that I'm going to tell you about this team right now that I notice is that the guys that are showing the energy, that want to play, that want to be on the floor, those guys are not the ones that are primarily starting. You see minutes of it, like little tidbits of it from Miles Rice. You see tidbits of it from Mackenzie Mbako, but not as much. Kanan Carlisle was out. Galloway, he's up and down. They're talking about him, not, being totally involved. And then I saw guys on the court the other night that really played impact. And Anthony Leal's 25 minutes on the floor the other day, he wanted to be on the floor. He looked like an Indiana Hoosier, and I was pretty impressed with that. Also, Langdon Hatton looked very much the part of a Hoosier on the floor. I think that these guys have got to learn how to get themselves. Wait a minute. They've got to learn how to, get ready for these games and be built up. And because if you don't take these mid-major games seriously, when you go up against teams like the first two Big Ten teams are going to be Minnesota and Nebraska, you're going to face some real turmoils, and then you're going to have to come from behind. Miles Rice has got to learn the Big Ten. This is a whole new group of guys that have got to learn how to play together, but they got to learn how to spark off of one another and hold each other accountable. On the defensive end, it's been pretty crap lately. Switching is bad. Bryson Tucker was another positive, the freshman. He moves really well. And Ja'Kai Newton got a few minutes at the end. He looked really well in the last game. I just want to see him build off that today. They had periods where they just were in a lull. When you watch the game, it looked like they were asleep, like they were not, cohesive as a team. And some of that's on coach. Coach has got to get these guys fired up. There's a lot of money in NIL being handed out on this team, and we've got to see some, big changes. And they are slowing us down. Well, I'm not even going to get to see the beginning of the game right now because we're still running late with wrestling. Why would they let wrestling? Coming up next, 7:05. Okay. We got about 5 minutes to go. But if you're going to hang out in here with me this year, we'll focus on what's good. You can text whatever you like in the chat about, what you don't like or, what your opinions are. And then I might play devil's advocate or agree, but we're just going to try to keep most of the stuff in here low key positive, and let's focus on what's good about it. Um, Honestly, this might be Mike Woodson's last year. It might be his last chance to build a winner, and it's all on him. He's got all the pressure on his shoulders. We're just here to watch, enjoy. Let's make a Sweet 16 run this year, and we'll let the cards fall where they may at the end. But man, I've been watching Big Ten wrestling for the last half an hour or so, and it's it's pretty tight, man. It's pretty tough to win these matches. We're at 205 in the first quarter here, uh, and I don't know which group this is, but this is the last match 10 of 10, so it's the heavyweights. Anybody else in the house today? Also, if you are a member, please check the community tab for It's in the Blood. There is a special message in there specifically for you for tonight, and I hope everybody sees that's in the membership program, and it's a way for me to give back to you guys. A little bit about tonight's game. Let's go through and see what we haven't seen so far. Indiana is 6-2 this season. They are 5-0 at home. They laid a goose egg in Atlantis. They played two very bad games and rebounding against Providence at the end there, and to get a dub. Miami, Ohio comes in 5-2. Suter is their number one player. He dropped 42 his last game out. So this guy can score. Let's see how they defend him tonight. I really want to see some Miles Rice progression on the assist front. I want to see him be a floor general. We haven't had a floor general since Yogi Ferrell that really took control of the situation and dominated the floor. Miles Rice is a different kind of point guard, and he has got something that I think is really special, and just got to figure out how to get him up to speed in the Big Ten. I went back and after this last couple games, I watched him as a freshman, and the story with the cancer and stuff, and he's truly a fighter. But I'm looking to see some emotion on the floor from anybody other than Renew. Malik Renew, I don't like his pouty emotion. I want to see him just own his negativity and get out there and be a fighter. But I'm not sure who's out today. I really want to see. I'm not sure if Gabe Cupps is still hurt. But we'll get to that here in just a few minutes as the first period of this wrestling is about over. Jacob Bullock for Indiana has a 3-1 lead going into the second quarter. As Steve says, I'm a heavyweight. Heck yeah. We talking liquor? No. I could use some liquor, David. How are you doing, dog? Good to see you. I'm going to flip around. Talking however you want to take it. Let's see. Let me get this dropped. Why? Okay. I don't have anything good to drink tonight. So we're going to be coming at you 100% sober today. I wish they could really figure out these time things just a little bit different. Setting things up to finish on time to where you don't push back the next event. It seems like it would be something that they could make sure happens. Like if you get off 2 minutes on commercial breaks, then you just cut a late commercial and you push forward a little faster to get back on time. Being 5-10 minutes late on these events, every single event we see, it's kind of old. Because I didn't really want to sit here and gab for 20 minutes before they started. Wanted to watch some basketball and get into some conversation with the chat. Man, I'm telling you, this sports season is coming. It's getting really good. There is a championship game tonight in football at some point, I believe. So I'll probably be flipping over to that later. And ready to watch, have a weekend full of sports and see some championships and see how this football lines up. Hopefully we'll be in here next Tuesday for the final announcement to see who we play in the college football playoff. Hopefully we'll start getting some of our regulars back. It's about that time of year for them to start showing up. and having some fun conversation in here. We've never had to talk about Indiana football in December as being something that we were looking forward to. So that's kind of one of those things that's just been awesome. It's glad everybody's doing well. I'm about to have some serious time off from work, so you guys may get rather sick of me. That's okay. Doing stuff to work on the channel, basically, when I'm off. Cannot wait to be able to spend some time and figure out some new stuff. And I think I've got a monitor getting ready to go out. That's really strange. Let's look. Yep. Got to figure out collab stuff when you get time off. I love to do collabs. I'm gonna be out of town for a few weeks. Cool. I love. I like the opportunity to collab. It's gives you an opportunity, and the way my streaming service is set up, if you do want to collab, if anybody wants to collab with myself or Alex, by the way, it's 2-0 Indiana. Miles Rice hit a jump shot, and Ballo just got a defensive rebound. Indiana's ball, 18:57 to go. We got 108 to go in the third quarter. Oh, we just got a win by Illinois by fall, so we're going to switch over. But so I can broadcast to multiple platforms at once. Anybody that wants to hit me up and put something together, it's nice to learn. So I'm willing to grow and learn with anybody that wants to work with me. So yes, sir, definitely down for that. Illinois just got the win by Penn, and they should be switching us over right now. Malik Renew just cleared an offensive rebound and makes a layup 4-0 Indiana. And we are going to head on over here. You know, they shouldn't show as Illinois just smacked Indiana in wrestling 34-3. All right, here we go. Miami, Ohio. Sorry for any of you are Miami, Ohio fans. I do not know you. So you cut the ball. I do not know your players, as I will learn. Drives to the right, going inside, pulls up from 12. No good. Long rebound. Ballo clears, hands off to Galloway. Galloway will push up the left side of the court, brings it back to the middle, hands it off to Renew. Renew goes to the left wing, hands it to Rice. Rice pulls up inside the lane, drives all the way to the basket and 2. Miles Rice with an easy, slick layup, and Indiana leads 8-0. And hopefully this will catch up here soon. I want to keep it going. Flips it over cross court, drives the middle of the lane, pulls up 3. No good off the rim. Ballo clears another rebound. He's looking to bring it up. Ballo brings the ball up the court and turns it over. Shouldn't be playing point guard. Rice drew in the corner. Deep 3 for Miami of Ohio. No good. Rebound is up, and Ballo clears another board. Gets it off to Galloway. Galloway flips it up to Renew for 3. No good. Here comes Miami, Ohio back on the other side as his pace is getting a little frantic here early on the borderline of sloppy. Deep 3 in the corner, and that is Miami's first basket of the game, and that is Elmer for 3. 8-3 Indiana, 16:42 to go, and there is a foul. The foul is on Woolfolk. Antoine Woolfolk. And I love the look on Woodson's face. It's just disdain all the time. Nice cut to the rim. Renew. Mbako drops the dime. Renew gets the basket. 10-3 Indiana. Here comes Miami up. Miles Rice deciding to do a little bit of man-to-man press, as I like to see from the point. Gets it over to the wing. Back to the top of the key. Looking. Hits the high post. Nothing there. Back to the top of the key, rolls right, drives. Renew picks him up, covers. They reverse the ball around to the left side. Nothing doing, trying to get inside. Nice pass and slip to the basket. Double team, puts it up, no good. Mbako with the rebound. He's going to push up the left side, looking. gets inside 12 foot, pulls it back out to the 3-point line, and looks to reset the offense. Rice is up high. He will reset. It's 18 on the shot clock. Rice is working his man out high, gets it to Ballo. Ballo to Galloway. Galloway pull up three. Money. Trey Galloway sinks to triple, and Indiana's up 10 early, 13-3. Indiana's a 28.5-point favorite today, as they did not expect this to be tight. Those are the kind of games I like when you win by over 24. Works it on Rice, drives on Rice, does not cut him off, but Ballo slaps it out of bounds. That's a block for Omar Ballo, and he is doing all the little things so far today. And Indiana, as we go to timeout, has a 10-point lead. So on that drive to the rim there for Miami of Ohio, what I didn't like was Rice did not establish good position, and he just pushed him out of the way basically and went to the rim. If the help defense wouldn't have come, that would have been an easy 2 points for any point guard. I think Rice needs to assert himself a little bit more on the defensive end right there, get his feet out in front of the ball, and stop that penetration before he gets that close to the rim. But hopefully we'll see that in development, as Woodson plays a different brand of basketball. And I think the defensive end is going to be important for Miles Rice to grow a little bit on, as he's been getting beat quite a bit this year. So far for Miami of Ohio, we're going to say the names a few times, so then that way I can get used to them. Woolfolk, Elmer, Kraft, Cooper, and Suter. One for 7 so far from the field, and one from three. So they have not had the great start with the shooting side of it. Renew, 3 easy layups that I've seen so far. Miles Rice, 2 easy, 1 jump shot, 1 layup, and Galloway with a triple is all the scoring so far for Indiana. So we're going to be hot in December for college basketball and college football. I believe the college football playoff will start around the 20th. I believe that's when my vacation starts, so I should be free for that as long as it's not an NFL day. We haven't talked about it, but Alex and I could dual stream at the same time. We've done that before as well. All right, we got 15:30 to go. Back from the under 16 commercial. Umar Ballo, 2.1 blocks per game, leads the Big Ten so far this season, and he's already got at least 1 today. My box score does not have the full box, so I don't know. I know he has 1 so far. On the 9th, this Minnesota team will be a great challenge, as it's totally retooled, and we'll have to see how that really works out. These guys here have got to learn how to play together. This starting 5 has got to get better with more continuity with one another, play some better defense, and work to get each other shots. And there is the inbound. Rice cuts off really close to the steal there, drops it over in the corner for 3 as he slips Renew. Mbako with the big, long rebound. Here comes Galloway up the left side. I like the offense better when Galloway's running it. Comes up there left, hits Renew at the top of the key. Looks left, looks right, over to Mbako on the right wing. Nothing there. Double team comes as he dribbles out of it and backs up and resets. 12 on the shot clock, hands it back to Galloway, over to Ballo. Ballo back to Galloway, 7 on the clock. There's the high pick. Galloway slips it, drives the lane, puts it up, and in. No, I think that's going to be offensive goaltending. Ballo touches it as it's still on the rim. Take away 2 points there for Indiana. Galloway got to the rim. Let's see it. That ball is still in the cylinder, and Ballo tips it in, just cannot help himself. Good start for your Hoosiers, and good luck with the stream. Steve, thank you, my friend. You have a great night. Mbako's playing some tight D out high, rotates around. Going to drive the lane. He's going to get around Mbako and throw it to the corner. Deep 3, and it's no good. Tipped up, and Backo clears another rebound. He's going to bring the ball up the right side. Looking, gets Ballo on the post, and Ballo is fouled immediately as they do not want him to dunk. And that will bring us the third team foul. And that one goes on Potter. Snowman, thank you, sir. Snowman is a member. Tonight has a members only setup for later on. Keep that in mind. Appreciate you, Brian. I'm working on the OBS. I'm trying to find a way to effectively put a nice college basketball scoreboard because I can't do it the other way. It's too fast paced to keep up with. Next time I'm going to drop a box score in here somewhere and change it just a little bit more if I can. Ballo misses the first free throw as he goes back up for again. Working on cleaning it up and making it a little bit more conducive. Yeah, I'm still learning OBS. It's not my main thing. Second free throw is good. Ballo is one of the original guys that goes one way and then the other with his free throw shooting. He shot right-handed all last year, and this year went back to his natural left. Bryson Tucker replaces him, freshman, who's been very good at bringing good energy off the bench. He becomes the sixth man and replaces Ballo as Indiana goes a little bit smaller. Tucker's a 6'8" freshman, and he is very long, plays a great wing. He's going to work drive. He's playing defense, and he's going to get called for the foul and one. And Miami scores their basket. And there's the thing about a freshman right there is that he's good, quick with his feet. He doesn't have the strength of the collegiate level yet, and that will come with time, weight room, and experience. Saw a little bit of that with Mbako last year, and Mbako definitely looks stronger this year. Development is there. This is Pete Suter, the leading scorer, and he bangs in the three-point play, and the lead is now 8. 14-6, 14-12 to go. Rice brings it up the left side. Luke Goody also checked in at the last timeout. Transfer from Illinois. Mbako drives the lane. And I don't know what that was, but I believe it's a turnover the way it stands. Mbako looked like he got fouled. Maybe he didn't. Goes to the turnover. Here comes Miami of Ohio driving up the left side. Miami of Ohio goes a lot smaller, pulls up for three, and just buries it from 24. What a nice shot there by Skacic. Butcher your name. I apologize. Luke Skacic just buries the three, and that immediately brings Leal to the bench as nobody was covering the shooter. Leal is at the scorer's table. He will definitely be a fan favorite coming in. Rice drives left, gets into the lane, puts it up off the glass. Renew clears the offensive rebound, but Rice will go to the free throw line. Skaljak as Renew just was on him and then just backed up. Didn't expect him to shoot. That'll teach you. You got to defend up and down. You cannot let shooters shoot. And Miles Rice bangs in his first free throw. Anthony Leal comes in for Mackenzie Mbako, and Mbako gets a break. Mbako has no points so far, but 3 rebounds in today's game and 1 assist. He doesn't have to score to be effective. Miles Rice looks like he's picking up a good rhythm so far today. That is encouraging to see as he knocks home 2 free throws. Indiana extends its lead back to 7, 16-9 with 13:27 to go. Rice and Leal run the guard positions. Renew, Tucker, and Goody are at the 3, 4, and 5. Renew slips to the 5 right now. So Miami's going to try to push the ball down to the post with a little bit smaller Renew over Ballo, and he has done a good job of covering his position there and pushes it back. Step back, look, nothing. Good job by Renew. Deep 3, no good. Rebound comes to, I think it's going to go off of Rice out of bounds to Miami. This is that point in the game where Indiana can't hit that early lull. They have got to keep up and not let this team fight back a little bit. Just keep putting them down. Looks, he's going to flip the ball in. He gets the ball inbound after 4 seconds. He's going to try to drive Tucker again. And this time Tucker has good position. They switch. They're going to get the ball down to the post again. He's going to work his way around, hands it off on the wing, drives, looking, gets inside, puts it up. Good defense by Leal, and they're going to call him for the foul. Didn't quite see him slap down on the wrist, but apparently he did. All right. Miami's been at the free throw line several times today. First one is good. Suter makes a free throw. He's a nice looking, clean cut guard. Second free throw is also good. It bangs around and goes home. Shooter's touch. And the lead's down to 5. Rice is going to bring it up the left side. Gets it over to Goody. Goody to Leal. Leal back to Rice. High pick by Renew. Rice drives, gets cut off. Gets the switch to the big man. He has the disadvantage there. They're trying to post Renew. They can't get him the ball. They do flip it down inside to Renew. Out to Leal. Back to Rice for 3. Inside out. It was a good play. And Miami, Ohio fights for it. And that's going to be their ball as Malik Renew fights for it and kind of swings it out of bounds. Let's see who it was off of. I think it is definitely off Renew. Official got the call right. Skaljic and Suter are the guys that so far in this team for Miami, Ohio that have really impressed me with their tenacity and shooting ability. There's a step back looking to get around Leal. Tries to drive, nothing doing. Rotates it around right, drives on Galloway, gets to the rim, puts it up. No good. Good defense by Galloway. He'll get the ball after Ballo gets the rebound off to Tucker. Back to Goody for 3, and he sinks it. Luke Goody in rhythm and transition hits his first three-pointer of the game, and sorely needed Indiana three-point shooter comes in, and Goody hit 5 for 7 on Tuesday versus Sam Houston, and that is a spark that they really need from behind the arc. Suter, deep 3, he misses it, and Tucker goes up high for the rebound, clears it, and brings it back himself. He'll bring it up on the left side, Guts. Looking left, right, resets. Nothing there. Hits Galloway. Galloway brings it back to the top. Looking for Ballo. Hands it off. Ballo's got it out high. Hands it off to Tucker. Tucker drives right. Gets in the lane. 15-footer. Hard off the back rim. No good. Tipped out. Miami of Ohio controls. They're back the other way. Looking to run in transition. Gets into the lane. Stops, picks up his dribble, and he'll reset it to Suter out high. Speeds the post, working on Leal. They got a mismatch there. Here comes the double. Ballo comes to help. Flip it over to the corner for a 3. Skip pass, no good. And he stepped on the out-of-bounds line, and that'll be a turnover back to Indiana. What is up, Miss Charlie? How are you doing tonight? 19-11, Indiana with 10:48 to go here in the first half. We are at yet another commercial break. I wish I could get rid of this cold, Charlie. It doesn't seem to want to go away. Not a bad start for Indiana so far today. They look a little bit more energetic than they did the other day. I think Miles Rice looks a little bit more involved. Ballo has been very good doing the little things, doing the dirty work, rebounding and passing the ball. He only has 1 point thus far, but he has 6 rebounds and 2 assists as he's using his dominant size to affect the game the best way that he knows how. And also Mbako not scoring the ball early, but getting in rhythm with rebounds and assists. He's got 3 rebounds and 4 assists. Oh, they just changed that. And 1 assist, I'm sorry. It said 4 a minute ago. I was going to say that's it. 3-1 so far, but that is still effective numbers when you're not shooting the ball. Renew has had 3 bunnies. Rice has had a couple bunnies, and he's got 6 points. Galloway and now Luke Goody comes in and hits the 3. That's the deal breaker. That's the deal for Indiana this year is can they effectively make 3-point baskets on a consistent basis at a higher clip than like say 27 to 30%. And that's why Luke Goody's here. As he gets a little bit more familiar with the court, his stroke looks better. He's confident from anywhere. Big man needs to just let it fly. That's going to be one of those things that really keeps the team up, man. You got to keep that momentum going, and coming in off the bench and burying a triple like that, Luke Goody has really put his stamp on the game early. I also love the intensity of Anthony Leal off the bench. I know that he didn't have to come back this year, but having that senior presence in there, somebody that wants to be on the floor, somebody that loves Indiana, I think we desperately miss those type of players at this university. And when him and Galloway are gone, who's it going to be from in-state that is going to kind of take that role? So we really need to, if the future is really going to look for some of those guys, because, you know, those were the ones we rooted for as kids, the in-state guys. We've had so many of them come through here that just want to be Hoosiers, and that's the players that I'm really looking forward to having. All right, as we return from commercial, and it seems a little lackluster in there today, not as loud as usual, but I can't really hear that much volume because I don't have my headphones on. All right, here comes Leo's going to run the point, brings it across the timeline, gets it to Ballo at the top of the key, back to Leo, rotates it. Galloway drives, gets inside, flips it up to Ballo, and he lays it in. Set play out of the timeout. Ballo gets 2 points. That's the 2 points for all the effort that he's put in on the rebounding end. Galloway gets the assist, and Indiana's back up by 10. Miami, Ohio rotates at top of the key, runs weave, drives to the left, nothing there, kicks it out. Drives on Leo, gets inside the lane, puts it up, no good. Goody with the rebound, nice defense. Leo got beat for a second there, but recovered. Back to Leo. Leo's looking over to Galloway in the corner. He fires the 3 from transition, no good. A little bit out of rhythm there. Not a perfectly great shot, but it was close. Here comes Miami of Ohio pushing. There's a little intensity on the defensive end. There's a steal. Tucker to Galloway. Galloway lays it in. Transition basket. Ballo started that with the steal and forced it up fast. Indiana's up 12. Miami, Ohio wants to slow it back down. They walk it across the timeline. They are 3 of 16 from the floor so far in this game, and they have no points off turnovers. Indiana has 6. They're working around, driving on Tucker, 15-footer. That is good for Miami of Ohio. Rotates it back up. We're going to come back the other way. Goody has it, feeds Ballo on the post. They got him pushed out. Double team comes. Galloway drives the lane, and it goes in with the layup. Ballo with the feed, Galloway with the layup. Those two are starting to build some chemistry on the give-and-go plays, and Galloway has 7 points now. Quickly 3 for 4 from the field. Working on Leo, goes around a pick, puts up the 8-footer, no good. Ballo helped on defense, gets the rebound. Here comes Leo up the middle, hits Luke. Luke Goody for 3. Short off the front rim, no good, but it goes out of bounds off of Miami of Ohio. It's a 12-point lead, and we can maintain the ball. I really like this Galloway and Umar Ballo connection as they're looking for one another on the floor. Tucker with his head up gets the ball in the middle in transition and lays it off to Galloway for a layup, which is really nice. Couple plays there. Indiana resets. Tucker has it on the left side, and he gets his pass stolen there. He gets thefted. Here comes Miami of Ohio, drives lane all the way up, gets cut off, rotates it out, and they'll reset. 21 on the shot clock, 8:32 in the half. Got the ball at the top of the key, looking. Nothing there. Handoff, give and go. Nothing. Drives the lane. Works it down on the right baseline. Throws it up off the glass, and good. Lead is now 10, 15-25. That Suter is so good. There's a double team on Ballo. He's looking to pitch out of it. Gets it to Leo to Tucker. Tucker drives. Goes up. and he gets stripped, no foul called. And I don't know what the heck happened there, but there should have been something. Leo plays good defense. Tucker gets the rebound. Indiana trying to outmuscle right now. Galloway's in transition, cross court to Goody. Thinks about the shot. He gets hit in the face, and they'll call a foul there as he come across the lane. Woolfolk gets picked up the foul there. I believe that might be his third. Ooh, that'll be Woolfolk's third foul if that's correct, and that is their big man. After that, I don't think they have a lot of size. As yes, indeed, we go to another timeout. Going to sneak over tonight and watch some of the Georgia Bulldogs taking on the Texas Longhorns tonight. See how that one plays out. I look for chaos in the college football playoff. So, it's that time of year where you want to shine. Georgia wants to win that game. They haven't looked very good. Texas looks like the team to beat in that one. What's the line on that? I don't even see it. I'm pretty excited about it, though. I want to see if Georgia can hang with Texas tonight. I think it'll be interesting. All right. Quick recap of what we got thus far. Hit that full box score for just a second. Let's see. Notable stats right now. What I really care about is the rebounding edge. Indiana has got a rebounding edge of 15-8. They have 7-2 on assists. Each team has 3 turnovers. And that's 5 personal fouls on Miami of Ohio. So far from the field, Indiana shooting 33% from 3, 55% from the field. There's the big one right there. Miami of Ohio is being held to 25% from the floor. Beyond that, everything else looks like it's going according to plan. A nice 10-point lead as we hit our third or fourth timeout here, because it seems like they stopped the clock for everything now. And once again, apologize for the voice. This cold has not subsided at all. Pete Suter was a Carmel High School kid. Looks really good on the floor. All right, we are back. Indiana Connections. There are 4 Indiana kids on this Miami of Ohio team. The head coach is an Indiana assistant from 2000. I think it said from 2016 to 18. There's the inbound, and Suter makes the steal. Lazy pass from Mbako. Drops back for a 3. Suter's open. He'll take it from the corner and hit it. That was a big mistake there. And I don't think that was Suter. We'll see here in a second. Whoever that was made a great play, but Miami of Ohio gets a triple there. Ipsaro got the steal. And there is another lazy dribble there by Luke Goody. This is what I'm talking about, losing your edge on the floor. Skalchik knocked that ball away. And Indiana goes through spats on the floor this year where they just seem to become lethargic with a lead, or they get just way too relaxed. Renew has it out high. Rice is going to set the play. Let's see if they can get some drive back in here. Ballo comes high. There's the high pick, and Mbako comes off of it. He drives 20-footer, short off the front rim, no good. Here comes Miami of Ohio, chance to cut the lead. They get it over to the left wing, into the wing. Wants to shoot it, drives the lane. 3-point shot was there. Didn't take it. Galloway had good position. Drives him, uses his body to try to get the shot. Galloway holds his position. Good job on defense by Trey Galloway. They'll have to reset. He pulls up and shoots the 22-footer, and nobody got a hand in his face, and that's another triple for Miami of Ohio, and they trim the lead to 4. What I'm talking about, you have lapses in concentration on the floor, and it costs you big time at this level. Rice has it out high, gives it to Renew. Renew's got it out there on the wing looking, hands it back to Rice. Miami of Ohio's picked up their defensive pressure. Rice has got it, pulls it out with 8 seconds. You better do something. Wants to drive. He gets cut off on the switch. Set back three for Rice, and he hit it. Miles Rice makes a great one-on-one play there to regain some momentum, 28-21 Indiana. But here comes Miami of Ohio pushing. No good. Ballo clears the rebound, push the ball. Rice gets ahead, flips it to Renew, and he gets fouled in transition, but a layup attempt, and Renew will go to the free throw line. Indiana just have lapses, and it's gotta be cleaned up a little bit. This Miami University team is here to compete. They are not giving in easily. Renew at the free throw line. First one is up, and it is good. He has a very nice stroke. Can't wait for the Minnesota-Indiana Big Ten debut game for them this year. Second free throw is also good. Extends that lead back to 9 with a quick 5-0 run. Indiana's got the lead back up to 9. 6 minutes to go in the half, and Indiana is in the bonus. They're going to drive the right side, and he loses the ball. What was that? Galloway's on the floor for it. Gets it off to Rice. Here we go back the other way. Rice is going to flip it up to Ballo. There is nobody to defend against him, and they have to foul him inside. And Ballo will go back to the free throw line as Elmer has no choice but to hack him. Galloway hustling, getting down, getting the ball, gets it up to Rice, and that really started a nice run out there. And Miles Rice knows to go straight to Ballo, who has the biggest advantage right now with Woolfolk out of the game. Ballo struggles at the free throw line. First one is up, and he makes it. Indiana leads by 10 with 5:49 to go. Ballo has 4 points and 8 boards today, putting just in hard minutes inside, doing the dirty work today. Second free throw is hard and bounces around and rolls out. Miami rebounds. They're going to push up the right side, working on Galloway. Steps back, nothing, rotates it around. They get it to the left side, and they'll reset. Top of the key, looking. Goes around Mbako. He gets inside the lane, drives, cut off, and they're going to get him with the travel. Excuse the voice once again. I can't stop coughing today. 5:32 to go. 31-21. Rice will bring it up the left side, looking. Crosses the timeline, nothing there. Works it to the right, works it back to the left. Looking for somebody off the pick. Here comes Galloway. He gets the ball at the left point, drops it down to Ballo. Ballo puts it up and in. Galloway with another dime. Ballo with another easy basket as Galloway has his head up. Indiana puts another 2 on the board. They lead by 12. 5:05 to go. Working on Galloway, drives on, has Ballo on him. Nothing. Shoots it out the right wing, back to the left wing. They pass it cross court. Skip past, nothing. Feeds it down. They work the high post. Nothing there. Good defense by Indiana. Gets around a pig, drops it off, and Ballo slips to help and loses his man. And Mbako doesn't come back and pick up the help, and it's an easy basket for Miami. Galloway brings it up the left side looking. Hits it to Mbako. Mbako stands. Nothing there. Galloway's going to reset at the top. Double team comes. Feeds it over to Rice. Rice drives. Cross-court pass. And Malik Renew just lack of concentration, loses it out of bounds, and it's another turnover. This team has not learned how to switch properly yet. They're having trouble. Nice give and go in the corner, wide open 3 for Miami, Ohio. Great play, results in an offensive rebound. Another deep 3 try, and he hit it. They are basically catching up on our turnovers and our mishaps. Renew gets it on the post. Nothing there. Potter's got 8 points. Cross court to Mbako. That looks like a good shot. No good. Tipped out. Here comes Ohio with a chance to cut it again. They're down 7, less than 4 to go. Miami's got it, drives the lane. He's got Rice on him, nothing there. Gets it back out. Potter wanted it, goes to the left wing for another 3, and another one buried as we're not getting out on shooters, and Miami's starting to heat up from behind the arc. 4-point lead, 8-0 run in the last minute 15. This is what I was talking about. These lapses would be a good time to use that one timeout this half, but I don't think coach is going to do it. And Rice drives the lane, and he gets his shot and makes an acrobatic layup. Here comes Miami of Ohio, right back pushing, drives it all the way down the floor, and it's blocked by Ballo. Gets the second block of the game, and Rice pulls up for another 3, and they're going to call him for a travel. House would have come down if he'd have hit that one. That was Caitlin Clark-esque. Nothing good there. We have the under 4 timeout. Indiana with an early 6-point lead could very well be, they could be up 20 right now. But this team from Miami, Ohio is very stingy, especially with their bigs on the foul trouble. I think that'll come back to haunt them later on as Woolfolk and Elmer each have 2 fouls apiece. But as when they go smaller, I think coach should go smaller with them. I think that gives us a better advantage. But Rice has had a really good game thus far today. The problem is that he's a point guard that doesn't have assists, and that really bothers me. Umar Ballo has 3 of those today, and Galloway has 2, but our point has 0. And I can't figure that out. I think he's looking to be a scorer more than a distributor. Anybody in the chat that hasn't done so yet today, please smash the like. I would definitely appreciate that. Helps us going forward for next time. Get a few more folks in here to see that. I appreciate the 8 that have smashed it thus far. So far today, a pretty good game. I feel like it's a game that they could be ahead a lot more. But it just feels like they're still feeling it out, trying to figure out how to be a team. Oh, yeah, Miss Charlie. 21 in the house. Appreciate it. 8 have smashed the button. They come and go all night, Miss Charlie. Most people are expecting to see video. Was I reading your message as you wrote it? No, it just I got triggers that I hit and look for, and then you were probably just thinking like me, honestly. All right, and we are back from another commercial for the under 4 timeout. 3:10 to go left in the first half. 35-29 as Woodson prepares for this stretch run. This is where I think Indiana really needs to pull away here and show some dominance in this game. The bigs are in foul trouble. We got both of our bigs out there on the floor. Miami's basketball right now. Need a stop and a basket. Rice, Goody, Tucker, Mbako, and Renew on the floor. Ballo gets a break. Goody's out there. They're definitely looking for the 3 ball. Now they put Goody back on the floor, working it out high. Defends well, drives on Goody. He loses the ball. No good. Tipped up and tipped back to Potter, who puts it up. No good. And he's going to draw a foul. Potter is another big out there, but he's a big that can shoot the rock. And I definitely appreciate his 3-point shot. It looks really good. Don't know much about Reese Potter so far today. He comes in off the bench, and his free throw looks horrendous. I don't know how he's making 3 balls when he drops free throws that go off the side of the rim like that. But, hey, Oh, they're screaming. They want 2 misses, and he got it, and that's free French fries. And that ball is going to be out of bounds as Tucker taps it out of bounds. I don't know why. He had position and the height advantage. Just tip it up. Tucker's on Suter out there. That seems to be a pretty good matchup. In the corner, nothing doing. Drops it back to Potter. Potter's looking, rotates it around, gets it to the top of the key. 13 on the shot clock. Rotates it to the top. Suter's got it there. He's very fun to watch. Step back, steps inside, drops up the shot. Tucker with the rebound. He's going to push. He's got guys on him. Get rid of the ball. Drops it back to Goody. Goody has no shot to him. Mbako to Rice for 3 in the corner. It's open, and he hit it. Miles Rice continues his hot shooting day, and Indiana extends to 9. Let's go. 14 points, 5 for 6 from the floor. Let's get a stop here. Play some pressure D. Drives on Rice. Cut off in the middle. Nothing there. Rotates it to the wing. Looking. Tries to drive on Renew. Renew, turn around. He misses the shot. Great defense by Renew. And Mbako clears the board, and he'll bring it up. 1:55 to go. Mbako drives. He's cut off high. Gets it to Rice, who resets with 20. Drops it down to Tucker inside. And Tucker has just got greasy fingers today as he was not ready to receive that pass, and it's another turnover. Another instance here where just mistakes, right? Unforced errors that give the other team life. Working on Tucker, drives to get the switch, gets it out to Wolfel. He's back on the floor with the 2 fouls. They're looking. Deep 3 by Suter. No good off the back rim, but a long rebound comes to Miami of Ohio. Rotates it to the left wing. Another long 3, and he hit it. Second chance points are huge, as that's another triple that they scored. Down by 6. Rice out of control. And here comes Miami, Ohio, 3-on-1. And Indiana somehow defends it, and they pull it back out. Little frustrated looking. It looks like they're getting angry. Puts it up inside. And Mbako, good position. What a jump shot there. Nice play. 4-point lead. What are you doing? Skaljic makes the layup. Looks really good. 49 seconds to go. You were just up 9, and you've given a 5-0 run here. And Woodson uses his timeout with 44 seconds to go. Mental errors, unforced errors. They just need to clean that kind of stuff up. These 4 and 8-point runs against, from Miami against a team like, we'll say, Nebraska here in a few days on the road, those turn into 15-point runs, and you can't withstand those. So you've got to clean up the unforced errors. I mean, it's just a fundamentals thing. It's know your role, know what you're supposed to do, and do your job. Miami has got a 16-3 bench advantage today, as our bench players have not done very much. Luke Goody is the only one that has scored with a triple. I like this Miami. I like these players on there. Skaljic and Suter looks so good on the floor. Yep. See you, Miss Charlie. Goody gets it into Rice, who's working it on the right side. Left, drives, gets inside all the way to the basket, and he'll draw the foul. How is that a travel? I don't know how that's a travel, but unless he carried the ball, I didn't see it. But the official was right there, made the call. Leal and Rice and Galloway are out there right now defending these 3 guards. Looking for they can cut this lead to a single possession before halftime. Wolfel hands it off, drives, there goes into the lane, pulls up, 2-point shot, hits it. It is a 2-point game. What in the ever-loving? Skaljic makes another basket. Smooth lefty in the lane, 12-footer. 12 seconds to go. Rice is going to work it. He's got the mismatch. Drives, and he about has his pocket picked. Flips it to Leal. 3, 2, and Renew does nothing to do, and Renew turns it over, but they're going to bail him out with a foul. And Wolfick, that is a bad foul right there as he picks up his third. I think, I don't know, that wasn't nice there at all. That is going to be Wolfick's. There is 0.6 of a second left, and Renew is going to get a couple free throws here, or at least a 1-and-1. And he hits the first, makes it 39-36. So sad right now. Second free throw is no good. And the lead will be 3 at the half, 39-36. They have got, it's not so much about what Indiana's doing wrong, but it is at the same time what Miami of Ohio is doing very well in this game is capitalizing off of turnovers and capitalizing and building momentum. And that's one of the big things that you with young guys 18 to 22, sometimes a little older than that you really have to do is that mentality, that momentum is huge, and you've got to break their will. And the one thing I was noticed in this first half is that every time we made a mistake, they capitalized off of it. Every time we made a turnover, they felt like they were able to compete with this team, and they would go out there with some very timely three-point shooting. We'll talk about that here in just a second. Not so much from the starters, except for Elmer. Elmer went 3 for 5 behind the three-point line, which is amazing. He's got 11 points at the half. But at the same time, Reese Potter coming off the bench, 2 for 3 from three-point. And then Evan Ipsaro and Luke Skalchik, those two guys have came in off the bench as well and played very good minutes. And Miami's not turning the ball over. They're not giving us the momentum. Every time we make a mistake, they're stealing it back. And they may be outmanned here right now, but the difference is that they are building momentum off of our mistakes. Indiana players get a little frustrated, and they look at it as a chance to capitalize on it and get some points, and therefore you have the game that we have. Certain aspects of the game aren't even close. Overall, from the last time I dropped statistics on you guys until now, it's really changed drastically. So Indiana's still shooting 58% from the floor, 4 of 9 from the three-point line, and 7 for 10 from the free throw line. All statistics you can live with. We have the rebounding edge was tremendous early on. They closed that gap and began to rebound the ball better as a lot of long shots started flying up. I think that's the biggest part of it. But we've only got 2 offensive boards today, and they've got 6 offensive rebounds. Got to do a better job of that, considering how much their bigs have been in foul trouble and how much our bigs could dominate. But, Ballo only plays so many minutes a half. 19 rebounds to 16 total. We have 9 assists on the team thus far, and it still perplexes me how Miles Rice cannot have a single assist. I can't figure that out. But Mbako's got 2, Ballo's got 3, Galloway's got 2, and Bryson Tucker off the bench has 2 assists. But at the same time, we got 9 turnovers, and Miles Rice has attributed for 3 of those. So as Miles Rice goes, I think it's going to be this team and getting him to where he's playing good basketball. He may be scoring right now, but he's still having his struggles. And I don't know how that's going to play out against better teams. He did not do well against Louisville. Chucky Hepburn, who is a seasoned Big Ten point guard, had his way with Miles Rice in that game in Atlantis, and you kind of see where we're at. You guys are awful quiet today for hanging out in the chat. Just saying. The the one stats that I can't see on here are second chance points and points off of turnovers. But I bet you would see a very broad margin for Miami of Ohio in this game. What is up, Mr. Tom? How are you doing, good sir? Are you a Hawkeye fan, by the way? Iowa State, Hawkeye. I know you're in that. I know you're in that area. Where does your allegiance lie in college basketball? A lot of folks in Iowa like Wisconsin. Iowa State. Got you. Got a big football game coming up this weekend. You're playing against Arizona State this weekend for the Big 12 title, correct, sir? As you can see, I'm looking for conversation for a few minutes because disappointed thus far. It is nice to see a couple members in the chat today. Don't forget to reread my post and hang out till the end, as I'll have the terminology for that. But I appreciate you guys that are part of the membership program. Yeah, against Arizona State. They're hot. This first year of this conference realignment's kind of got me backed up a little bit because I have to sit and think about where everybody from the Pac-12 ended up. And that Arizona State program, I think, is a great fit for the Big 12. But I just don't know a whole lot about them. Herm Edwards was out there for a few years, and Marvin Lewis was like a for that program, and I know that Jaden Daniels came from there, and before he went to LSU, I know that program really puts out a pretty good product. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. To check out and see what else is brewing today. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Let's see. Georgia and Texas tomorrow at 4. As it stands right now, let's see. Army and Tulane looks like it's tonight. Saturday at noon is Iowa State and Arizona State. That one will be a good one. And then at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, Clemson and SMU and Penn State and Oregon. Definitely interested in that one. I root for chaos. I just want to see things messed up. So I love chaos in anything. Also saw a thing. I guess it's this weekend. Hang on, I'm going to make sure before I run my mouth. Where are you at? There, I guess that'll work. Let's see. Somebody dropped. Oh yeah, it's different in sports, Tom. A lot of guys are just they're listening because they can't pick up the basketball game, or the football game, so they'll just hang out and listen. Most of them don't chat. We'll get a lot of people that are not in the U.S., so it just works that way. I saw where somebody dropped $3.1 million on Philadelphia, if I read that article correctly earlier, in the game against Carolina. That's a huge bet. So definitely a lot of confidence there. They're a 13.5 point favorite. Man, just imagine if Carolina could win that game. He would be upset. You big sports guy, Tom? I mean, I know you like the Cyclones. What's your football? Do you got an NFL team? I don't remember. I'm just trying to remember. NFL and anything else that you're interested in so that I will have knowledge. You like the Vikes. Got you. Big game this weekend for the Vikings. Kirk Cousins comes home. Um, Man, I got a good feeling about that game. I really feel like Brian Flores' blitz packages and the way Cousins have struggled lately against pressure. I feel like that's a recipe to where, as long as you don't turn the ball over consistently, you got a great opportunity to secure a win there against a division leader. 6 point favorite right now at US Bank Stadium on Sunday at 1 o'clock. I think that one will be a dandy. Um, Justin Jefferson is a beast. I cannot wait to see how JJ McCarthy pans out. But Sam Darnold's done a really good job as a holdover. Have a feeling he'll get paid somewhere else next year. Maybe the cycle will complete. Maybe you guys will grab Aaron Rodgers as a backup next year. Just kidding. I hope that doesn't happen. I want him to retire. Back to this game, though. The one thing Indiana did really well is not foul. They contested but didn't foul a lot, which is a good thing. They still held them to 37% shooting, as they missed a lot of shots, but they got a lot more shots than what we got. So they do have some serious foul trouble and with their bigs. Woolfolk and Elmer, each respectively, and Potter, their three bigs, have 2, 2, and 3 fouls. So that will definitely, if they attack those guys in the second half, will put them in a little bit of a hurt. But defending against some of these guards that they're sending out there, this Pete Suter is just something else, and they've done a pretty good job against him, to be honest. But Luke Skalchik has just buried his jump shots, and he's one of them that's really changed the momentum in this game. Ready for the second half to begin here shortly, and we'll see how this blows up. But definitely ready to go. I don't like only being up 3. Yeah, and Tom, these streams, just so you know, it's not like the others. You'll get 45, 50 people in the others, and and then it'll be mainly those people for the better part of the whole hour, 2 hours. And here you'll get 400 or 500 people through here, but they come in 2 to 3 minute intervals and leave. So it's a different type of stream. Not a lot of chatters. I try to provoke them to chat, but it doesn't necessarily work. Also, for the gift card for members, the entry term today is #members in the chat. Do it one time to get entered and hang out till the end, and we will do that after the stream. But for the members, it is #members in the chat. It does not work for anybody else. So if you are a member and you have a little icon by your name when you chat, you will see some of you have a little blood drop. There you go. And right now, you're the front runner, Tom. You are the front runner. I think you and Snowman were the only members that have been in chat so far, unless others aren't talking. So, hey, I don't care. It goes where it goes. Trying to get through this cold this week. It's been this quick weather change has really done me in. Should be about ready to go when we come back from this commercial break, as I believe halftime should be about over. All right, as we're back, we're getting ready to start the second half. Give me a time to where I don't get to shut up very often. As everybody's on the court, Miles Rice was our leading scorer in the first half, followed by Renew, Galloway, and then Ballo, and Luke Goody off the bench is the only Hoosiers that have scored thus far. And let's see if they can alleviate some of the errors, clean up some of the play here in the second half, and build a sizable lead and control it. It's the one thing they've not been able to do this year. The bench points is a big sticking point on the statistics sheet. Points in the paint also favors Indiana. We've done a really good job inside there. Go to your strengths, play defense, don't turn the ball over, make good decisions. Your point guard needs to play well for you to win at any level. Let's go Miles Rice. If it's not going to be Rice, let it be Galloway. Galloway will control the ball to start the second half. 39-36 as he's going to work the play, looking to get the ball in the corner to Rice. Rice is down there, again, drops a pass to Renew, almost stolen. Renew drives inside and puts it up and in. Malik Renew starts the half with a turnaround left-handed hook shot, and Indiana leads by 5. Woolfolk's got it out high, and he has it knocked away by Ballo, reaches around and taps it out of bounds. Randall, yes, we aren't very good, relates to Woodson's coaching. We'll talk about it in a minute when I get a break, but can't disagree too much at this point. Woolfolk's got it out high, rotates it around, drives on Rice into the corner. 3 ball. No good. Rice clears the board. Here comes Indiana back the other way. Rice decides not to push and brings it up the left side. With 19-14 to go here in the game, Indiana leads by 5. Rice is going to work it to the right-hand side. Nothing there. Back to Ballo at the top of the key. Ballo is going to work him. Hands it off to Galloway. Galloway step back 3. Money. Ballo and Galloway are building a relationship that's going to work. They work together very well, as Galloway has done in the past with the likes of Trace Jackson Davis and others. Step back 3. Nobody covered him. No good. Ballo clears another board. Here comes Galloway up the right side. Galloway is going to drive it, feeds it to Renew, and it's knocked away, and that will be a foul. Randall, I look out here on the floor, and I see a team that's very, very talented, but very, very either lazy or non-motivated. And I can't figure out which one it is right now. But you're right. That's on coaching to get these guys up to play. Mbako gets it into Galloway, and Galloway will reset. 22 on the shot clock. Looking, hits Ballo at the top of the key. Ballo back to Galloway. There comes the pick. Galloway drives, looking, gets it to Ballo on the post, and that's going to be a turnover, I believe, as Ballo did not see the ball coming. But everybody in the world has it. If Woodson has a bad year, you can pretty rest assured that he probably won't be here next year. So he's got to figure it out. He's got the players to win. They rotate the ball around the right side. There's nothing doing so far. This Miami of Ohio team has been very scrappy, or we've been very lackluster on D. Drives. Deep three on Rice and money. That is, I believe, that is Suter, and we cannot afford to let him get hot. And then there's Renew to Ballo, and an easy comeback, 46-39. Ballo is just a beast inside. You just got to throw him the ball, and Renew did so there. Miami works it, top of the key, inside the lane. Galloway blocks it, and he comes up with the ball, and he outlets it to Mbako, but it gets broken up at the end by Suter, but it'll be Indiana basketball underneath the goal. It's going to end up being a waste of so much talent. Well, yes and no. I think that if the players can learn to work together and play a little harder, I think the Pine would do some of them really good right now as Mbako creates a turnover. Suter gets the steal. He goes to the rim and drops it off. No good. And that is going to be Indiana basketball. And Miami of Ohio had a really good opportunity there to trim that lead down just a little bit. Suter is just a baller. He should have went up for the layup because no help came. And Suter is just so aggressive out there. He's a good basketball player. It just seems like they're sleepwalking through this early season, Randall, for sure. Ballo has it out high. Him and Galloway do the give and go to Renew in the corner for three. And Renew almost makes it go down. It bounces short off the rim. Here comes Miami of Ohio, and Renew gets his hand up and deflects the ball away, and it'll be out of bounds to Miami. 46-39, 16:47 to go. And you got to understand, Randall, I'm ever the optimist. I really hope it comes together for him. There's a deep three in the corner and another big three-point basket there, and that one goes to Cam Kraft as he hits the inbound pass for three and trims that lead. And there's a bad pass right there from Rice to Ballo into triple coverage, and it gets knocked out of bounds. And that was just Kraft getting around the pick and Mbako not fighting through it. Yeah, Randall, I agree. I'll touch back to some of the stuff we were talking about earlier. Good to see you too, by the way. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Much appreciated. Ballo has it at the top. Gets it over to Rice. Rice working right. Drives the lane all the way to the basket. Dumps it off for Renew. And that is a bunny that's just missed as Renew just couldn't finish right there. I don't understand why. 46-42. Miami is being let stay in this game. Leal is already in for Galloway or for Rice right now. Who's he in for? Mbako. As coach puts him to the bench, Kraft misses the three. Ballo controls the glass. Here comes Rice up the left side looking. Gets it back to Ballo. Ballo feeds it into Renew. Renew's in on the post. Double team comes, and this time he finishes. 48-42, Indiana up 6. Renew has his 11th point of the game, and they're going to work it around. Mbako gets set down for the lackluster on D play right there, just not getting through the pick. And they're going to double team out high. Suter dumps it off to the low to Kraft. Kraft is driving on Rice. He throws it up. No good. Rebound Renew. Here comes Indiana back the other way. Renew's going to bring it up himself. He goes around a pick, drives the lane, gets inside, steps down. Double team comes, lays it up and in. Slip step the double team, and Renew gets a layup. Indiana extends back to 8 with 15:06 to go. Miami, Ohio's at the top, at top there, 20 on the shot clock. They're going to rotate it around. There goes Suter. He is such a presence with the ball. Kraft for a good-looking three. No good. And Ballo controls the rebound, but gets knocked away. Renew cleans it up. Here comes Indiana back the other way. Gets it to Galloway on the right wing. He's going to drive it left. Galloway gets into the lane all the way to the basket. Flips it out to Rice. Rice to Renew. No good. Renew had a good shot, but that will stay with Indiana. Yeah, Randall, I'm not going to coach bash a lot this year, but I will point out things. I'm just not going to sit and bash on the coaching because I don't feel like that's productive for a channel, but I definitely agree with you that I think Woodson could do some things to improve these guys. And I don't think Woodson's a bad coach. I just don't know why every team looks the same, especially with different talent sets and whatnot. And the recruiting is amazing. The amount of talent's amazing that they get. They just can't seem to find a way to get it together. Right now, my biggest frustration on the floor is watching Miles Rice play a very dominant brand of ball. He's a very dominant, playing a very dominant two. But he's brung in to run the point, and we don't have a true floor general. And I think Galloway was supposed to be over at the two guard, but everybody wants to be the scorer. Nobody wants to be the distributor. And I think without Gabe Cupps being healthy and not getting the playing time, Anthony Leal looks really good on the floor. I mean, he's not looked as good today as he did the other night, but at least he wants to be out there. I just feel like they've got to create an identity and then stick to it. Ballo and Renew on the floor like that. I think it's okay for periods of time, but they seem to switch out of it pretty quick. Yeah, and hey, Chet, nice to talk to you as well. I don't think Woodson wants to change. Man, if you've been here before, I can break down. I can just about tell you his exact substitution habits from the first, by who he plays in the first half, who's going to play in the second half, and then where we struggled was the last 7 minutes of games last year because we shortened our bench in the second half to 7 players. It's just the same stuff year in and year out. He's trying to make it work, and you're right. He's very resistant to changing what he feels he knows. What's up, Reed? I'm sorry. Will Mike Woodson, NBA, take us to the promised land? Right now, with the level of talent that's on this team right now, there's got to be some stuff that changes in order to get us there. And right now, this team is not ready to make it to a Sweet 16. I mean, I'm just being frank and honest. The potential is definitely there, and the athletic ability and the basketball skill set for some of these guys can make that happen for sure. It's just got to, some things have to be different, and it starts with discipline. And like I said, coming out, there's a turnover right out of the timeout. So you got a play drawn up to come out, and the first thing you do is you commit an unforced error. It's about cleaning up fundamentals. These guys all want to be superstars. Nobody wants to do the dirty work. Ballo has been doing the dirty work inside, but he's on the bench right now. They're going to work it to the right side. This Miami, Ohio team, scrappy. They play pretty good together. They're going to rotate around 9 seconds on the shot clock. There's the high pick. They get the switch that they want. He tries to drive the lane, gets inside, and that should be a shot clock violation. Very nice defense there. Miami, poor execution. Ooh, that's a good question. What's their ideal? I think they need to go fast. I think with the depth, I right now they're a little short at the guard position due to injury. But when Miles Rice is going fast, he looks really good. And Kanan Carlisle's been out. Bryson Tucker looks like he can go fast, and that's a nice move by him. but he hooks, and he's going to get called for the charge. And he's just a freshman, but he looks pretty good. I think a faster pace offense would do them good. Transition. That's why Luke Goody's there. Transition threes. That's where he's been at his best, is when they were going fast the other day against Sam Houston. So a little bit faster pace. This slow down pace where you play, the feed the post, the inside out game doesn't seem to work for this team. And Hardwood, Indiana, nice to see you. Thank you very much for stopping by. And there is a defensive lapse right there on a switch, which they do not do very well, and an easy 2 points for Miami on the slam dunk as Leal and Goody get mixed up on an assignment there. Tucker's got it out high, rotates it to Goody in the corner. Goody step back three. Short off the rim, no good. And Rice tips it, saves it, but it goes back. Here comes Miami of Ohio as he does not get a good hand on it. They got a chance to cut into this lead. Drives the lane, gets the foul. Oh, and I don't know if he's hurt or not, but Suter goes down and he is grabbing his knee. So that was on Anthony Leal on that backdoor. As soon as he hits the post, they take a shot. I think he's cramping. I hope the kid is cramping. Yeah, but from Hardwood, from what I've watched this year, they're better when they go fast. But I think somebody really has to assert themselves as the point guard. And I think that's right where we're at right now, is that I don't think it's supposed to be Galloway, but he did it early on. And now Rice feels like he's a two guard. Is it going to be Carlisle when he comes back? We need somebody to be a general and a team leader to run the point. Free throw by Suter is good. And by the way, Suter from Carmel, Indiana, is a good-looking basketball player. He plays strong, plays through contact, and has done a great job. Scored 42 points last time out. Today, he's having a little bit of trouble with this Big Ten quality team on the defensive end, but he's still a difference maker on the floor, as Miami is only down 5 points right now, as Ballo has to come back in for rebounding purposes. Galloway's back running the point. Galloway's going to hit Tucker. Tucker's got a lane. He drives, nothing there. Ballo back to Galloway. Like I said earlier, there's a double team on Galloway. He rotates it around in the corner. Tucker for three. Short off the front rim, no good. Suter was there to defend. Tucker missed a shot. He was open. Suter's going to rotate it around Skalchik over to Wolford. He's got it. Kraft has it now. Looking right wing, left, nothing there. 13 on the shot clock. Miami drives the lane, pulls up from 18, and it rims out no good. Ballo cleans up another rebound. Ballo doing the dirty work. Here comes Galloway up the left side. He's going to get a pick. He's going to rotate into a double team. Looks around, hits Luke Goody. Goody to Tucker. Tucker drives. Tucker pulls up from 8 foot, and he cannot hit it. And Tucker's just missing shot after shot as he cannot seem to get one go down today. Wolfwork's got it out high, looking, drives on Ballo, doesn't do it, rotates it back out. Cross court, they'll reset with Suter at the top. High pick, he works around it, drives the lane, and he misses. Here comes Galloway back the other way. They have numbers, 3 on 2. They got it back for Goody for 3, and Goody, their big Wolford just picked up his 4th foul, and I think Goody's going to get 3 free throws. And Indiana will win this game today. They will pull ahead at the end. The margin of victory won't meet the line, and everybody will be okay with it. But when they come in here and play Minnesota here in a few days, it's not going to be like this. They'll be down 6 points right now, maybe 10 if they continue at this rate. Ballo has been one of the only people that have been very assertive. Renew scores points, but he's streaky, and Baco looks lazy. It just doesn't look like – it looks like they're disinterested, and the coach has got to get that. And he's been sitting Baco down. But if Goody comes in and he's cold, Tucker comes in and he's cold, Where's the points going to come from? So far today, it's just been primarily Rice. 23 in the house. Appreciate you guys for being around tonight, listening to me squawk. But yeah, I mean, these are the cupcake games right now that they're not dominating, and when they get into the Big Ten, you know, I mean, honestly, so far what the season looks like, it looks like we're headed for that 18-19 win, right on the cusp. They haven't shown anything yet that they're going to be better. What really has me confused is if you go back to the preseason, the game they played at Tennessee, they didn't look like this. The scoring, they had issues. It was a low scoring game, but the defense was much better. There's a disconnect between then and now that I can't figure out what's happened. But it just seems like nobody is switching well. It doesn't seem like that. It seems like it feels like an NBA team. It feels like everybody's out there to get theirs, and it's not about the team. I hope they prove me wrong. But that butt whipping that we took to the hands of Louisville, I mean, don't get me wrong, Chucky Hepburn is a stud, but we're supposed to be in that game. We were supposed to win that game. Illinois at Northwestern next on the Big Ten battle in Evanston, Illinois, as the Fighting Illini come in and rank 19th, will face the Wildcats, and I bet that'll be a dandy. All right, let's see if they do anything out of this timeout. Last timeout, immediately they had a set play and dropped the turnover on us. This time, Luke Goody's shooting 3 free throws here, so hopefully he can get some rhythm going so he can score some points. First free throw is in and good. And I got a little segment to talk about here in a minute, too. Second free throw's up and good as well. Third free throw is up and it is good. Goody knocks down all 3. Beautiful looking shot that young man has. Let's see if Mbako can play some defense. Now, I will go back and defend Mbako a little bit as he gets beat to the basket. And now I can't. 47-53. Here comes Indiana back the other way. Mbako got hung up on a pick. Backdoor layup for Miami of Ohio. Ballo comes out, wants to set the pick. There's a double team. Gets it to Ballo, who works it inside, and he dribbles it off his foot, but there's going to be a bailed out with a foul call on Kraft. What I was going to say was look at go back and look at CJ Gunn playing at DePaul this year, averaging about 9 points a game, I think is what it is. Caleb Banks is playing very well at Tulane, double digits scoring. So transfers leaving here have done well. Galloway drives the lane, puts it up, no good. Ballo with the offensive glass puts it up and in. Umar Ballo is controlling the middle of the floor today. He is doing his job. And he is single-handedly really keeping Indiana in this game. 12 points and 15 rebounds, as he seems to be the only one that's dialed into doing his part. And I think they're going to get Mbako with the hold here. That'll be the 4th team foul on Indiana as we got 10:26 to go here in the game. Indiana's got an 8-point lead right now. Leal is on the floor. Let's see if he can help out here. Going to rotate it around, looking for that 3 ball. Haven't found it just yet. Leal is out on defense. Mbako's out. And Mbako is guarding a smaller player, and that's tough to do when you're a big. Deep 3, and he buried it in Mbako's face. My goodness. 50-55. Skalchik just hit one, and there's Goody going off a pick. Nothing there. Galloway gets it back. He's going to drive. Flips it over to Mbako. Mbako for three. No good. And the ball will stay with Indiana. So there you go. You got Skalchik out there bearing a three. Mbako had his hand in his face, but Mbako's asked to guard somebody 7 inches shorter than him. That's a tough job on the perimeter. Excuse me. Goody gets it in. Ballo has it back to Goody. Goody's going to drive, and he has it stripped, knocked away from his backside, and they're going to drive the lane, and that's going to be a foul called. I think he just fell down, but Miami's going to get to go to the free throw line for 2 shots here. And just as soon as, like what we was talking about earlier, as soon as Rice puts himself in the middle of the game, he disappears. And for long periods of time, he's been on the floor and hasn't done anything in a couple possessions. Miami got a win here, or against Indiana in 83. That probably was I bet Knight was mad. There's a three. Nobody guarded it. Missed assignment. Goody clears the glass. Miles Rice did not get out to defend his guy. Missed a switch. Leal will set the offense. They're going to flip it into Ballo, and Ballo goes up for the shot, and he's hammered. Nice throw by Anthony Leal. Ipsaro gets the foul, as there's nothing he can do to stop Ballo, but just hack him. Umar Ballo has been working on his free throw stroke. Let's see what this one looks like. 9:16 to go in the game. First free throw is up, and it's no good. Ballo has struggled from the stripe, going from right to left-handed. His touch seems to be getting a little bit easier, and it's bouncing a little softer off the rim. Just not making as many as he should. Second free throw is up, and it was pretty, and it's good. 6-point lead. And Miles Rice gets called for a stupid foul before they even inbounded the ball. What is that about? And now they're going to call the reverse. Wait a minute. What did they just call there? Now they called Anthony Leal. I didn't even see that. I saw the guy push off on Rice, and these officials are getting very whistle happy. And that has put Miami in the bonus with 2 straight fouls, dead ball fouls. And he misses the 1-and-1, but they get the offensive rebound. Drives the lane. And that is not a – Leal's going to get called again as he drove and fell down. And I'm not sure who's blowing this whistle here, but it's getting a little something's wrong. Okay, I'm glad they didn't call that a foul. It's a turnover. Elmer turned the ball over as he was out of control driving to the basket. All right, Galloway's going to get it back to Rice. Rice is back running the point. 9:06 to go. Hands it off to Galloway. They run the weave out high. Goody, Rice, and Galloway works it into Ballo, drops it down to Renew, and there's the dunk. Indiana goes back with the 2 bigs, and immediately it scores a basket. As I think they've figured out that they're not going to be able to score from the outside, so they're going to pound the ball inside and leave their bigs on the floor. 58-50, 8:34 to go. If Sorrow rotates it around, takes a deep 3, no good. And that's an offensive rebound. Comes back. They look again. Another 3-point shot. No good. Ballo cleans it up again. Umar Ballo playing player of the game today. Galloway gets in the lane, flips it to Renew, and Renew loses it out of bounds. Can't control the pass that went right through his fingers, and that's another turnover. Indiana leads by 8. 8 minutes to go. 8:09. Miami slows it, sets out high, starts to running their set. Looking, got it out high, nothing going there. Going to rotate it around, gets it over to the left wing. Drives on Rice, rotates it over. Deep three by Kraft, no good. Ballo cleans up another board. Here comes Rice the other way. Umar Ballo is just winning the battle of the boards today as he is sitting down underneath and controlling the glass. Rice drives, gets to the baseline, flips it cross court. 3-point shot by Galloway. Money. Rice finally gets an assist today. 3-point shot by Trey Galloway, and Indiana's extended to 11. And at that point, Miami of Ohio takes a timeout as they cannot afford to get too much further behind. Oh my gosh. It's the first time today Rice has looked to pass the ball as opposed to his shot. And that's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to create, find the open man, and be that guy. 25 folks in chat today. Definitely appreciate you all. Please smash the like button. Definitely helps me out, helps the channel. All I can ask of you. And feel free to comment. I love listening to other people's perspectives because it helps me create mine. But as it stands so far, I'm really disappointed in the overall play of the point guard. You look at Rice's numbers today and they're fine. You look at Galloway's numbers and they're fine. I just want somebody to run the team. I want somebody to get out there. I miss Yogi Ferrell. I mean, how much can you say that you miss that guy? That guy knew what his role was the second he stepped on the floor at Indiana, and for 4 years made them relevant in every aspect because he was just a good point guard. That should be the number one priority in recruiting, should be the number one priority every time they go to the transfer portal. Let's get hooray, we're developing big guys to go to the NBA. Congratulations. Khalil Ware and Trace Jackson are both playing very well in the NBA. That's all hunky dory. Next year, you may see Ballo. I don't know. But in 2 years, you might see Renew if he cleans up some dumb stuff. You will definitely see Mbako at some point if his motor gets a little faster. But where we've lacked, what we haven't had, is a dominant floor general that just does the job. Gets people in the right set, gets the ball in the right place for the right shot. I think Rice has got that potential. He's got it. I just want him to embrace it at Indiana. We have 7:29 to go, and this half has been kind of up and down, just like the first half. It's marred with the turnovers is the big thing again. Dead ball fouls, turnovers, unforced errors. We're going to say that a lot in this chat this year. Unforced errors. Umar Ballo playing the part. I like it right now, what he's doing. And he's staying on the court here because normally he'd be getting a breather right about now for a couple minutes, but he's out there. And they're going to work the double team. There goes driving. Suter gets to the baseline. He's cut off. Ballo cuts him off. Rice picks him up, flips it out, flips it inside. That's a charge. Good job. Miles Rice slips over and takes the charge as Potter comes in hot. And Miles Rice gets his feet set. Good job, young man. Play some defense, my brother. Absolutely. You know what? As a Hoosier fan, I am so desperate for just a clean season that's not marred with speculation and BS. I just want to win some basketball games and go to the NCAA tournament and have a chance. I mean, we've been hungry for a long time. Definitely, hopefully, they'll find a way to start getting it together this year. Let's see. Appreciate the 9 likes. I'd love a few more since there's 22 of y'all in the chat. Get that bad boy up somewhere around 15 to 20 today would be awesome. Definitely appreciate everybody hanging out. Yes, these commercials are wearing me out. If anybody has what their number one opinion is that we need to fix going forward this year, and anything other than, because they're not going to let go of coach in the midseason, but anything we can work on, definitely would like to hear everybody's opinion. Smack that bad boy in chat. Mine is strictly on point guard and unforced errors. I think they're directly related to one another. I think that's my biggest. I know a lot of people would say 3-point shooting. I know Goody is trying to get that, but we need somebody else to step up too. Passing. Yeah, there you go. And not only passing, but catching, right? They got to do both. This team is just fundamentally lazy. I can't say it in any other terms. It just seems that way. They just expect everything to come easy. I'm look at Umar Ballo, 13 points today, 17 rebounds, and 6 assists. Your big guy is out playing everybody. And he's the one that's supposed to be the non-athletic one. Okay, Miami's going to press full court, and then Indiana breaks it with Gallo. Galloway comes across, looking. It's going to rotate it to Goody. Goody drives, and they're running the weave. Rice, Galloway. Galloway turns the corner. He breaks the hedge, gets it down to Renew. They've got numbers inside. Renew, turn around. No good. Ballo, offensive rebound, and he's going to draw the foul from Potter. And that'll be Potter's 4th if it's on him. And their bigs are just running out of fouls to give. So keep pounding the middle here. And before long, it'll be 5 guards against 5 guys 6'5" or taller. Ballo's 3 for 6 from the free throw line, 55% for the year. First one is up. Hard off the back rim, no good. Foul battle is evening out at this point as Indiana got 3 in a row to go to 7. And Miami only had 2. Now we're up to 6. Second free throw is good. Ballo rims it home. Indiana extends its lead to 12. 6:50 to go. Just going to work it up the right side, gets it over to Suter. Suter is a good-looking ball player. Rotates it around to Potter. Potter gets it over. He's going to drive the lane, pulls up from 8 feet, misses. Air ball. Here comes Miles Rice with the rebound. He's going to bring it up the left-hand side, and he's going to send it back to Galloway to reset with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Galloway's going to get us in a play. Galloway comes off the pick, gets it to Renew. Renew's looking for Ballo inside. He doesn't get him. He drives inside, and he works the drop step and gets an easy layup as they cannot get in front of him. Renew extends the lead to 14, and that is Indiana's biggest lead of the day. Inside pass. He moved his pivot foot. 3-point shot, no good. Galloway rebound. Is Miami starting to take the quick shot? Here comes Galloway up the middle. He's going to rotate it to the right. Feeds it cross court to Goody for 3. Oh, in and out, no good. Goody was open. Galloway found him. Elmer clears the board. Here comes Miami of Ohio. Elmer drives the lane. He's cut off by Rice, and Rice does a good job of getting between him and the basket and the post. He's going to work it. There's the double team. They've got an open man. They don't know where he's at. Elmer gets it, drives the lane, puts it up. No good. He used English, and Renew clears the board. Here comes Galloway on the push. Gets it to Goody. Back to Galloway. Down to Ballo inside. Ballo's got position, goes up, and he misses it. But Goody picks it up and gets the and one. Luke Goody clears the offensive rebound as after Ballo kind of got hammered down there. But Goody gets the chance at the three-point play. Let's see. No, he was fouled. He was right across Ballo's arm. And then Goody just cleans it up. What is up, Josh? We need in-state shooting talent recruiting, not the hunt for 7-footers. In-state, listen, you had me at in-state. What has this team lacked since Woodson's been here? In-state recruits. Goody completes the three-point play. In-state, homegrown talent, people that care about Indiana University. That's what I want to see. That's what needs to happen. And it's not going to happen until this team wins some games again. Here we go. Rice is out high defending, and he gets a little handsy, but I'd rather see him do that than be lethargic out there. He's going to pick up the foul, and they're going to go to the free throw line. Josh, I appreciate it, dude. This channel is built on love. This is my favorite form of basketball, and my university, my state, where I'm from, and I love being able to share it. Thank you for being here. They get the rebound off the offensive rebound. Here he comes back, and that is the first time that he's had any luck in the lane. Wilford gets the rebound, and he gets another offensive glass. They rotate it around. Kraft for three. No good, back rim, and Renew controls. When you take Ballo out of the game, we lose a little bit on that rebounding edge as Renew is just not as aggressive on the board. Mbako is out high with Galloway and Renew. 67-50, 4:15 to go. Galloway slips the lane, looks for somebody, and there's nobody there, throws it up. It was just a bad shot because nobody cut. Here comes Miami of Ohio up the right sideline. They're looking. Feeds it over to Kraft. Kraft drives on Rice. He's looking to back him down. Rice is doing a good job with his feet. Mbako is out there out high. They're going to call Mbako for the foul, and I don't know that was just. I hate to. The two guys I want to see, Josh, is I want to see Gabe Cupps get consistent minutes. And I want to see Ja'Kai Newton, because even though Ja'Kai comes from that Atlanta core of basketball player, he has I've studied him coming out of high school, and he has all the abilities that I want to see as an NBA type of player. I'm not sure how his knee progression has actually gone, but definitely a good young man. And I feel like his athletic ability deserves playing time. I don't know that he's going to see it this year, as I think he's still recovering on his knee some. I'm not sure the condition of it, because they don't really tell us as much about college, about the injuries, because they're kids. But I really like him. He got into some slot minutes the other day and scored 4 quick points, made his 2 shots. He just looks like he sees the floor really well. But I think Gabe Cupps has the potential. He just hasn't put on any size. He's a little small. He's scrappy. And I guess that's the reason why we don't see enough of him. And I'm not sure about I haven't made a decision on Carlisle yet. I really just don't feel like I've seen enough of him. I think at the wing we're okay. I think if we get a definitive point guard running the show, with a plan and somebody to get guys into the right sets and run the floor. We need a coach on the floor. And I thought Galloway might be able to do it, but just not so sure. We'll find out come the 9th when we play Minnesota, because I feel that's going to be a good game. It's a game we have to win. Free throws have been better. 13 of 18 this year. The only person that's struggling from the line is Ballo, Josh. Umar Ballo is about 55%. Everybody else has been damn near perfect. I think Renew has one miss today. So I'm happier with that. Let me look at the stat. They are Ballo is 4 for 8 today, and they're 13 for 18 as a team. So that's improved. Free throws up, and it's good. That was a 1-and-1 for Miami. Second free throw is also good. Cuts the lead to 15. So they got a little bit of a zone press going here, and Rice breaks it immediately. Mbako gets all the way to the rim and lays it in. Got a down player. And it looks like Mbako makes the layup, but it looks like he hit Wilfork in the face. Oh, yeah. As he went up, just his elbow hit him right in the face, smack right in the middle of the nose. Yeah, Wilfork's a big dude, and Mbako just kind of, as he went up, smacked him in the noggin. He's going to come out. I don't know if they're going to go to the monitor and look at this, but that's all we need to do is stop the game once again. Antoine Woolfolk, he's a 6'9" junior from Cleveland, Ohio. 6'9", 235. Listen, Coach Knight he wouldn't care if we were winning games. If Ballo couldn't hit free throws, he wouldn't be playing big minutes. And you're right. And that's one of the problems that a lot of us older people I have as fans, is that we go back to that old time and we remember the amount of discipline, the amount of actual coaching that went into making these teams good, and the love that the players had for the game, the university, and wanting to be on the floor. And they all hated to sit down on the bench. Nobody wanted to ride the pine, but if you effed up for Coach Knight, you sat on the bench. We need more of that. We need more accountability on the floor. Deep three, no good. Renew clears the glass, hands off to Mbako. 3:22 to go, 17-point lead. Mbako's got it on the left wing. Double team comes, nothing there. Feeds it to Renew. Renew drives the baseline, goes up, lays it up and in. Drop step, gets in there, and just uses the Euro to get across. And it was a nice layup for Renew. 16-2 run. Indiana has flat wore this team out. Nice cut. And that is going to be a goaltend by Bryson Tucker, as he got beat, but he didn't let him score it. Yeah, Josh, look that up, bro. Look up Coach Knight's speech on motivation and talking about the bench. I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but he talks about how the pine is the best motivator in basketball. And he talks about the vicious circle. One of my favorite clips of Coach Knight ever, other than throwing the damn chair. That was hilarious. Mbako's got it at the top. He's looking to feed Renew. Renew standing in the lane, gets out. Tucker back to Rice. Rice drives And the spin, nothing there. Good defense. Mbako pulls the trigger hard off the back rim, no good. Tucker gets the rebound. Rice resets. 2:30 to go. Indiana will reset the play. 14 on the shot clock as they go into a 1-4 set. Here comes Renew up high, and Rice drives the lane and gets the basket and one, I believe, off the pick on the high pick from Renew. He just gets in the lane, does the spin move, and there's the foul right there by number 11, Makai Cooper, who has been very quiet today, but he really hasn't, as a point guard, he just is out there. He's done his job. He just hasn't been in the limelight much. Miles Rice is 94% from the free throw line this year. Free throws up, and he hits it 3 for 3 today. Indiana goes up to a 20-point lead with 2:20 to go. And Rice finally gets to take a seat on the bench. Ballo and I see Cup and Carlisle in street clothes today. So those are the two that are definitely out. Langdon Hatton is on the floor. I think he approaches this team with great love. Playing defense out high. Rotates around. There's a deep three wide open. Guess who didn't make it there? That's Mbako off the pick. And they trim the lead back to 17. Miami's 11 for 30 from the three-point stripe today. Brant Byers just cleaned house with that shot there. Wide open in rhythm. Mbako's out high. He's going to drive. Comes back, nothing there. Defense is good. Turnaround from 16. And Mbako felt a little bit disrespected on the other end. Comes back and makes a turnaround 16-foot jump shot and extends the lead back to 19. 1:27 to go. Indiana leads 76-57. If you going to rotate to the right wing, Goody's out there to defend. Hatton's out high. You're going to work the one-on-one. Nothing. There's the handoff. Works it around. Ja'Kai Newton's out there defending now. There's this tipped ball. And that's going to stay at this end with 5 on the shot clock. Ja'Kai Newton, look at that young man. He's out there, number 0. He still wears that big brace on his left knee. I have such high hopes for him. He hits it with intensity. He is taking advantage of what he has. There's the deep three. No good. Hatton tries to clear the board. Goody's on the floor with it, and it's a jump ball. Miami's going to get another shot here as the possession arrow favored them. All natural-born Hoosiers can stroke the 3 ball. It's in our blood. Yeah, I never made that analogy for the channel name, but that's pretty close. As we bounce back and forth, my daughter and I, we love being here. This has been the most fun thing we've ever done together. All right, members, it's closing in on the end of the game. If you are a member, have an icon next to your name in the chat. Be sure to leave a comment today. #members if you are a member. If you do not have a little emoji by your name, then you are not a member. But I am very thankful for those that have signed up for the membership program. It's going to get the ball out high. Mbako's there. Tucker defends. Going to work around. Hatton picks up. Help defense there was nice. Hatton doing a great job in the lane with help. That is what we haven't seen today, is a lot of good help in the middle. Langdon Hatton rotates it to Newton in the corner, gets it back to Goody. Newton wants to pull the trigger, fires it down to Hatton, makes the cut to the basket, double team, and that is a turnover as Tucker cannot retrieve the pass. 28 seconds to go, 76-57. They're going to rotate it around, drive, looking 20 on the shot clock, feeds it into the corner, deep three, no good. Hatton clears the board. He's going to hand it off to Tucker. And with the clock ticking down, that will be the ball game today. We will take the time today and have a little bit of a post game, and we'll go through it. But Indiana gets the win today, 76-57, and it looked just like the game the other night. I dare to say that they looked better today. Parts of the game looked better today. Parts of it looked the same. Umar Ballo, where we'll start today. Umar Ballo played a very, very complete game. Ballo went 5 for 6 from the floor, 50% from the free throw line, knocked 4 in, 3 offensive rebounds, 15 defensive rebounds for a total of 18, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. He had 2 turnovers and 14 points. You are going to win a lot of games when your center puts up those kind of numbers. Miles Rice had a very good game from the offensive perspective today. He 6 for 7 from the floor, 2 for 3 from three-point land. Very clean with his shooting, made a lot of shots. 2 rebounds, 1 assist. I don't understand. 3 turnovers, needs to clean that up a hair, and 2 fouls, but he had 17 points. The only reason I'm disappointed in Rice is that I want him to be the floor general. I want him to take over. I will sacrifice some of his scoring for him to learn how to run the floor for this team. Malik Renew, as always, just quietly putting up numbers. 19 points. Most of those were layups where he beat somebody with a drop step or a dribble penetration and or a Euro step. Malik Renew's very tricky around the basket. He had 7 rebounds today. He only had 3. He had 3 turnovers. Definitely another one of those deals. Mbako had an off game today. Couldn't make his shots, but he had 4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and so he did contribute early on in other things, but just didn't have a stellar game today, which that's going to happen from time to time. And then Galloway today, 5 for 8 from the floor, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, only 1 turnover today and 1 foul, chipped in 13 points. Then nobody else off the bench today scored. Tucker, 0 for 4 today. He had a poor game. 3 turnovers, 2 fouls. He did have a couple rebounds and assists. Luke Goody scored 9 off the bench. He had 2 3-point. He had a 3-point play and a 3-point basket and 4 free throws. So he had a pretty good. He got fouled on a 3-pointer. Luke Goody put in 9 from the bench. Other than that, Leo committed a couple fouls today. Didn't really intertwine any part of how this game turned out. Miami Ohio's bench did a much better job. So yeah, there you have it. It's a win. It is a win by 18 or 19 points. They were favored by 28.5. They just didn't play until they had to. There was a lot of unforced errors in this game. If you dig a little deeper into the stats, you will see that a lot of just mental errors accompanied this team today, and which allowed Miami. Now Miami only scored 57 points, but they didn't play very well. They only played well off our turnovers, off our mistakes. Skalchik did a really nice job. Hats off. Suter was held in check today, but they shot the 3 ball very well. But that wasn't enough today as we dominated the middle of the floor. They don't turn the ball over. They're going to be a tough beat. It's going to be really hard for teams to beat them because they don't turn it over. They shoot the deep ball well, and they play as a team. I was happier with how they played as a team in a game that they're not supposed to play well than how we played against a team that we're supposed to dominate. Fans, anybody that is in here, it is time. If you are in the chat still and you have a name, you have a symbol next to your name, leave a comment in the chat so I can see you. For members only today, type #members. Let's get this going. Let's see where we end up. I know Tom has already put his in. Snowman, if you're in the chat, hashtag members if nobody else does it. Yep, there's Tom. He's still hanging in here. Anybody else? I have one member in here so far. If there's anybody else, you have a grand total of just a few minutes, and we're going to close this thing down. And I may not even have to draw. We had a couple others in here earlier. I don't know if they made it back, but we've got one member that has typed it in the chat. Let's go back and look. Let's see. Once again, I do want to thank, and Bungle Beagle, thank you for being here. And you say Bryson needs to start. I think he'll start later in the season. He's got to clean up the youthfulness of his game right now. All right. Let's see. All right, just the two so far. I'm going to look and make sure if anybody else was here, and then we'll draw this bad boy out. Josh is like, hey, I'll join up. Hashtag members, sir. At least we'll have somebody to draw against, Tom. With that, you type in hashtag members and you will be entered. See if it works out. I want to check one more thing before we draw it. So thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. Getting go in the studio for just a second. It's got to be all together. Hashtag has to be attached. Oops, got the wrong background from the other day. Hang on, we can clean that up really fast. Josh, it's got to be together. All one word. Let's see how many we have. Okay. There you go. And it looks like you two are going to be it. I will call out all the names if anybody's here. Shelby, ORH, Sam, Holly Winchell, Georgianne, Chris, Brockton, Backbreaking, Mainly, Mark Hayward, 513 Diggs, Jake, Paul, Papa Smurf, John Wick, Tom Kingery, Deb Badkey, Stickman, James Hayes, Snowman, and Mr. Josh McAllister, who just joined. I see I've got two in here. I think you're the only two that are still here, so we're going to draw this bad dude out. This is for a Amazon gift card. Merry Christmas. I will be doing at least 2 to 3 more of these. Look for the community tab for when I'm going to do them. But as the members don't necessarily show up, it's an easy opportunity for free money on Amazon. Here we go. Good luck, you two, Tom and or Josh. Who's it going to be? It's either Josh or Tom. Who's it going to be? Josh or Tom? Josh or Tom? Josh or Tom? Tom Kingery. Tom, if you will just drop me a quick email, I will get that sent over pretty quick. Enjoy the Amazon gift card for tonight. Everybody that keep your eye peeled for my community tab or for a members only video. I have 3 more to do by the 17th of December. So if you guys are here, you guys have an opportunity to win. Sunday night, I think, will be the next one that I'm doing. So keep that in mind. I think it'll go Sunday, Monday, Thursday. Sunday, Monday, Thursday. I think that's the schedule, unless I sneak another IU game in somewhere. But definitely want to thank everybody today for being here and hanging out. It had a really nice crowd tonight. It really does well when these Hoosier fans show up. I wish more of them would talk, but that's okay. Good night in here. It's been a really good night. Josh, I do all kinds of giveaways, so especially with the Amazon gift cards, just look for the community tab and you'll have an opportunity to win. I do them pretty frequently because it's just one of the things I like to do. You guys have been completely awesome today. Bungle Beagle, hey, by the way, sir, I did get to watch your video from Dauphine. Man, I love hearing your perspective, young man, but I would like to see more of the island. I would like to see more of what you were talking about. So, but thank you for making the video for us. I appreciate it, and so does Alex. Am I going to do a Simpsons-inspired scoreboard and screen design for the Cincinnati versus Dallas game? How about we'll start with a thumbnail? I will do something with the thumbnail. I will talk to Alex about how we set the scoreboard up for that, but I will definitely do a Simpson-themed thumbnail just for you. All right. Indiana gets the win, 76-57. Hey, Josh, I look forward to getting to know everybody a little bit better. The idea of this channel is to be very personal. It's to be where we're all sitting in a room discussing and watching a game together. That's the vibe I'm trying to permit and put out there. So it takes people in chat to communicate to make it work. You guys help me out by, just dropping opinions and vibes, and we can have fun without being shitty to one another. You know what I'm saying? Much love to the Blood fam. Thank you guys all for being here. I will see you, looks like Sunday. Let's find something here. If John Jansen was here, he would like this.